Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We've got some more funnies. We've got, as you can see from the title, drone cops. Costa del Sol town gets green light for Spain's first flying police unit. And we're going from drones to paragliders. Is it paragliders they call them? With the big motors on their back. And obviously it's like a parachute type thing goes up. I've been watching a channel actually, a guy who paraglides professionally, and he does a lot of air shows and stuff like that. Shows they've got long flight times. You can be in the air with your own eyes. You can take GoPros up on with you to attach as well, very lightweight cameras, and be in the air with, in theory, like a drone, in theory, and getting better shots, get like bird's eye view. You can be any sort of height, because these paragliders fly from anything from skimming their feet off the ground or the grass or the water right up to what, 1,000 feet or so. They don't seem to have many restrictions as drones do. So and the flight time is huge. The flight time is huge. I think they've got like 7 or 8 litre tanks which can go for at least an hour and a half or more. And refueling, landing's easy, taking off is easy, straightforward. So it makes a perfect sort of flying platform for police officers, and they're very easy to learn, very easy to get up in the air as well, and you can take off on short distances and you can land on very short distances as well. And obviously being like over in Spain, they've probably got lots of areas for taking off on the beach. You can even take off on the beach. You can do it with water base, boat base, depends you know, from that point of view. So so obviously they've got the go ahead in doing it. So I wonder if we're going to see that around us soon, whether it's the States, US, Canada, UK. I suppose in a way they are still very restricted to weather conditions as well, because obviously this guy I watched on the channel, I can't remember his name, I think it might be Josh, where he does a paragliding YouTube channel. And one thing I noticed on this paraglider, they have this trailing camera, they call it. It's on a long cable that sort of attaches to the paraglide itself. You attach a camera on the end of it, and what it does, it's in like a cone shape, where the cone keeps the wind itself, when it's been towed behind, keeps it pointing straight, so you get a straight camera shot. And it looks as if you've got another paraglider filming this paraglider. That's what it looks like. It's called a trailing camera. It's actually brilliant, you know. So you can theory, this guy films himself. He has a GoPro on his shoe, which films his point of view. He has a GoPro on his helmet, which films first person view. And he has a trailing camera behind, filming behind, as if someone's actually filming him in his flight. And as he sort of flies around, the whole thing scans around, and it keeps it in perfect frame. It's actually brilliant, it is. I've actually considered thinking about being a paraglider, but I have to sort of work out in the UK where I live to where I can take off, because obviously you need a lot of field space to take off with. You can land quite quickly on a very short space of time. I think on the actual takeoff, you need quite a long a bit to take off from, because you also got to get the parachute or the chute itself, the wing they call it, the wing up in the air first. Once it's up in the air, you lean back and you pull on the acceleration and get off. But you obviously need quite a long run for that. But on landing, it's quite quick, because you can come down like a parachute. Because as you come down, you kill your engine off, and then you obviously then pull on the brakes and land quite successfully. It's quite interesting to watch, actually. I'll put the links of the YouTuber below that I've been talking about in the air, I can't remember his name now, and also I'll put a link to that article that's come up as well below for you guys to have a good read over. It's interesting, actually. So I'm wondering if the police in the UK sort of look at this and think, cool, that's the next thing, we need to get our police up in the air as well, you know. And it'd be a lot cheaper, because these are things a lot cheaper than police helicopters, and you can get the same sort of bird's eye view. And I don't think they have massive restrictions. I don't know the full restrictions on this, so don't quote me on it, of how high they can be or how low they can be. But from watching that guy's YouTube channel, he gets low to water where his actually feet is skimming the water itself, and he flies on full FAA regulations, because some people have been moaning at him on his regulations, and he's been investigated and they come back to, no, you're all in the right thing. I don't think there's many paraglider rules as such as they are with drone rules itself. But that's a new way of doing it, rather than sort of be there with a drone, be up in the air. Satisfy all the FAA regulations or the CAA regulations itself, and you still can have your cameras itself, because obviously the propped guard is huge, goes right behind you, so you can mount cameras up and below on that and stuff. But looking at some of the training stuff, it looks like it's very easy to get used to, or to get in the air, because they train you on the ground with all the sort of flight rules they normally do with pilots. and then you get to learn all about the equipment, maintaining the equipment. And then what they do is they do some flights with you where you just get pulled with the chutes only, and get used to taking off and getting in the air and then sort of landing as well. And then I think the last part is when they actually put the motor on you. I think they tow you. I think they pull you first, tow you secondly, then get you with the motor on it up in the air, and the guy talks to you with a two-way mic where he guides you up and guides you back down and stuff. And once you've done a couple of those, you're on your own. I'm not sure what the equipment costs. I know some of the equipment in there like $7,000. That's obviously States, not sure about the UK price. But it's probably a lot cheaper and much more fun than actually flying drones maybe. So maybe you might see me on here flying paraglider. Who knows? You'll have to wait and see, won't you? Thanks again for watching, guys. Again, thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you don't. Comment below. I'd like to hear your views on this. Shall I go paragliding or shall I stick with drones? Let me know. Cheers.